Sorry about that. Forgot to actually plug it in. Let's try this again. Good morning, curling fans. Welcome into another edition of Coffee, Croissant, Curling, and Curdia.
That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful, the 4 C's, but I've got my coffee, I've got my croissant. We are ready to go. It's just Sunday morning. It's a lot of action today. The final day of the regular season, or of the season. We don't have playoffs. Final day of the season for the four-person competition. We're going to be seeing Team Verreycken against Glashoch Rangers. Team Verreycken going for a clean sweep, not only of this season, but for the entire year in the BCL. They won this fall round with a perfect 6-0. 7-0 record. 7-0 record. Going for 7-0 this morning against Glashoch Rangers, who, hey, they've put up a good results for this season. They're sitting on 7 points, middle of the table, but with essentially two different teams between last weekend and this weekend. So
basically, you have 3 different teams if you kind of tailor in the first half of the season, because then there were a different team as well promoting back to League A. But maybe let's have a quick look at the standings, see what the situation is in League A, because final day. I think in League A there is still a lot at stake for a couple of teams, and this is
for some reason we're not showing up. Let's try this.
No, you have to go. There's probably a mistake in there. It says Blue Huskies, but this is an old League A. Well, go back to the boots.
Yep. You'd think after the entire season we'd have this nailed down, but hey, whatever.
We always have to kind of rush in the morning. So you do the talking. I'll see if I can quickly update the schedule in the meanwhile.
Okay, so in League A, everything is settled except for the final relegation spot. The 7th place team gets relegated. The 7th and 8th place teams both get relegated. Brewers Ducks, unfortunately, terrible season, ended up with an 8th spot. But because of last night's result, Team Verno beat the Grey Ducks, which puts Grey Ducks have 5 points. Team Verno has 4. But Team Verno still plays one more match today. So a win or a draw against the Desperate Housekeepers later this afternoon will see the Grey Ducks going down to getting relegated to the B division. So lots to play for, because Team Verno would end up with a draw. Team Verno would end up with 5 points, but they have the first tiebreaker, which is the head-to-head against the Grey Ducks. So Grey Ducks played a tough match. It was 10-8 final score last night. And Tom, I was talking with him last night. He was a little disappointed himself because he had the final stone for the win and just missed the takeout that they needed to stay up. So lots of intrigue, lots of drama still left in the A division. Nobody wants to go down. But this is probably the toughest the A division has been. We've seen the level of play just, really, really, really high this season. We're staying up. We did our part last night. We beat the Glashoch Rangers 5-4 in a tough one that we needed to win to stay up. Otherwise, we'd be the ones sitting here going, okay, what happens today? Let's cross our fingers.
Yeah.
Took that right out of the equation. We got the job done. So take out Tigers. We'll be in A division again next year. So that was our primary goal this season, stay in A. And so now next season we're going to be setting the bar higher for ourselves.
Yeah. Then that's going to be a tough one. And also in League A, we're going to have to say goodbye to the Walter skip of Brewers Ducks. Unfortunately, he had some matches where he couldn't play. He had injuries, but the team Brewers Ducks, they're relegated. They lost all of their games. So Walter is joining Dirk and some other teams in League B as of next season. Yeah. And he's currently in Östersund playing with the World Seniors together with some players from N19. I think that's Jan de Swert, Stefan, Bart Palmans.
Yep.
So good luck if they're watching, if they have nothing to do, if they have to kind of fill in their spare time and watch Curdia. I think I can imagine they would do such a thing. So good luck there, and we will try to keep you updated. They won their first game against Latvia yesterday evening, so they are starting their Seniors Worlds pretty good so far. But then today also on the C sheet, and we're going to peek an eye on the C sheet once in a while, because we will have the Huskies playing Dutch Schwabkes on C, and that's an important game basically for both teams. First of all, for the Huskies, they really need to win this one to avoid relegation to League C. They weren't able to win yesterday against Luxembourg. They sit 2 points, and they really need four points to stay in that B League. But for Shrubkes, they have 4 points. But if they would lose against Huskies, they also lose the tiebreaker. So they also want to kind of secure their spot in League B by at least drawing, but preferably winning, of course.
Yep. Yep. So that's quite important there. Shrubka's also, if they lose, there's still mathematically possible for them to get relegated depending on what happens later today. So they're going to want to win just to take all of that out of the equation. So we'll keep an eye on that match as well. And then over on sheet A, we're going to have a League C match between Ramstein and Smerglokska. Ramstein, they played the Belgian Cubs last night. Didn't quite go so well for them. They're going to be looking to bounce back and try to finish their season on a positive note. And Smerglokska, they're a brand new team. I believe this is even their first half season. So they
they played the winter round.
Oh, did they play the winter round?
Yeah.
My mistake. So they're still a new team, still getting better and better each time. They're going to be looking for their first ever win. So we'll keep an eye on that. They're going to want to finish this season as strong as well. They do have another match at 2:00. They'll be playing against the Belgian Cubs, which at the moment is scheduled to be broadcast, but we may have to flex them out, unfortunately, because of the
pretty important game for League A there.
For League A, so we're going to kind of
we're going to see. Yeah, we're going to have to do the editorial decision later today. And yeah, I think it's interesting. We have 3 games, 3 leagues playing. If it sounds confusing, you can just summarize it pretty easily. League A is playing on sheet B, League B is playing on sheet C, and League C is playing on sheet A. That makes things pretty simple, right?
I think so. Clear as mud, as we like to do it here in Belgium.
Yeah.
So we're looking for some exciting curling this morning. We're seeing a small change for Team Verreycken. Jeroen, the normal 4th, is sitting out. Tur will be taking his spot in the 4, while Caro Van Oosterwijk, the one of the alternates, she will be sliding over into the 2nd spot. They're looking just to get everybody some practice time and playing time and doing that. So
the heat is on for Tur. He is the GOAT, and now he has to carry the team on the 4th position. And on top of that, Wim Neleman, the coach of Team Verreycken, he came all the way from the Netherlands to join here at Curling Club Zemst to watch him and the team play, and also to congratulate them, of course, on the championship, because last week they were able to become the official Belgium champion after winning against Housekeepers, which was a close game, came down to the last zone. And today they really want to put some icing on the cake, or some topping on the cake. What's the correct impression?
Icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake by just winning here. And Dan already claimed if we win, we want to have a gold-plated trophy. But he's going to talk to the Belgium Curling Association for that. I had a quick look at the budgets for the Belgium Curling Association. Sorry, Dan. I think they don't have. They may have budget for a sandwich, but that's about it, I guess.
Yeah. Good job. A pat on the back. There you go. That's what you have won. That would be something important for them. I think it's always a nice milestone to have. Yeah. So
I think for this game, what do we expect for this game? I think first of all, it's interesting to see the new scrambled up lineup for Team Verreycken. That's always nice to see. We've seen them in their regular lineup so many times, but just by adjusting that makes the game interesting. You will see new things. And also for the Rangers, I think they have shown that they are worthy of playing in League A. They promoted together at Takeout Tigers, and I didn't really dig through the complete history of Belgium curling, but I think it's a first time ever that the 2 teams that went up managed to both stay in League A. Normally you have at least one of the 2 relegate back to League B, but now they just joined there, and the Rangers, they're super strong. I think they're going to be in League A for a couple of years, especially with the way they play, and they can make things work.
Yeah, and I think that if the Rangers, if they get Sven Goldman back for the coming seasons, they're going to be a tough team to play in the A division, and it just means that you've got the teams now getting relegated down to B. That's going to make B even tougher. It was already a difficult shot going in the fall season, getting from B into A, because you had to win your pools, as we had 2 pools, but now we've got 1 pool. You got a little bit more of a margin. Second place gets you up there, but you have such strong teams coming up and going down that it's not as easy as it used to be.
No.
So
And the foreign teams are doing pretty nice, I think, with Team Reese and Kekul. We have 2 foreign teams promoting to League A. So League A used to be a bit of a Belgium league because every foreign team has to start on the bottom and then work their way to the top. But you can see that that's actually starting to happen. So maybe, who knows, we might have 4 foreign teams with Verreycken, Glashoch Rangers, Team Reese, Kekul. So the Belgium curling is going pretty international. It's not Eurovision yet, but but I think in terms of atmosphere, we have a lot of fans and we do a lot of broadcasts and we hand out the points, the fan favorite points, and we do our own predictions as well.
Yep. So should we do our predictions? Are they getting?
I think we should.
We should have some time. Do we have a screen for that?
We don't have a screen for that. So
then
we have to
don't.
do it in arts.
So, but first, before we make our predictions, we have the polls up. The YouTube instituted this a couple of weeks ago. We've got the poll going on in the chat. Pick who you think is going to win. Vote there. We see Team Verreycken right now, 57% of the votes. Let's see. You guys you've got plenty of time for that. We'll leave that up going for a bit. Towards the end of the match, we'll turn that off and we'll add a player of the match so you guys can vote for your favorite player who's done the best. We won't put all 8 players up there. That's just going to be too tough, but we will pick probably a couple from each team, put that up there, but we'll announce that when we get to it.
Yeah.
So I believe I won the last one because you lost your house on Friday.
I lost it once more. Once again, I have lost my house.
You are homeless. So I think I'm going to go with Team Verreycken. I think they are playing really strong this season. They have done what it takes to win the league, and I think they're going to want that undefeated season. I think that's going to be a little cherry on top, the icing on the cake, the something else on top.
Rain slowly melting next to me.
So yeah, that's gonna be my pick. I think I'm gonna bet your house. It's gonna be on Team Verreycken.
Yeah. Well, I follow your arguments there, but I think it's interesting to still consider the Rangers a very strong team. I'm tempted to go and counterpick you once more. I think the Rangers, they were slightly disappointed. They weren't able to kind of win the second half of the season. That was their clear ambition. And that's also what Leon said. Next year, we want to come back. We want to beat every team and we want to become champion. We want to beat Team Verreycken. And this is their first opportunity to at least show that they have that quality level. Team Verreycken, they don't have Jeroen. Jeroen, considered best player here in Belgium according to the Belgium Curling Association. He is always a player of the year the last couple of years. He is benched right now. You have Tuur on the 4th place. I don't know if that will make a difference, but it could. Yeah. But I think the Rangers have a very good chance, and they showed they are a strong team, so I am going to put my money on Leon and the boys.
All right.
The Glasgow Rangers. I don't know, did they put their flag up? They have this super nice, cool Glasgow Ranger flag. Very intimidating.
The flag is up on the C sheet, so not going to be visible. Maybe we'll bring it in a little bit. But I see Brom in there. Good luck to both teams. That is such a cop-out, Brom. Pick a team.
Pick a team,
Pick a side. You've got to vote. But looks like they are coming in with their LSDs, probably just finished. I see the way they are clapping hands. Needs to be measured, I believe.
Yeah, they have a super strong LSD average overall. I think they are below 40 over 6 games, so that's pretty nice. Bram confirmed he will be rooting for Team Verreycken. I think that makes sense as a former Team Verreycken player. He knows the people at Team Verreycken, and or maybe just as a Belgian, you wanna support your fellow countrymen.
Yep.
That's also a possibility. And he's saying
he's betting your house.
He's betting my house.
I mean, the thing is, you can't get any more homeless. I mean, once you're homeless, it's it. There's not like, there's a second level of homelessness.
I have a small shed in the garden. I live there for a couple of days now. It's nice. I've decorated it. There's a small bed. Temperatures are getting better, so it's not as uncomfortable as it was during the winter times here in Belgium, but I can still bid my garden sheds. we have some nice junk in there. I think we have also maybe some wild nature living in there.
Bram is betting your shed now.
He's betting my shed. Well,
so you can actually. There is another level of homelessness.
Yeah. We have some mice that keep me company. Those are my only friends during the week when I wait until it's weekend again and I can stream for Curdia.
All right.
So please, Brom, don't take away my shit. It's the last thing I have.
They have finished. They're doing the last little slide out. We'll have to see who is going to have the hammer. That is the only thing, but I guess we can go ahead and jump out onto the ice
Yes, sir.
and see who is doing what. So, get your coffee, get your croissants. We've got the curling, and we're here on Curdia.
Oh yeah, my croissant is out of reach. I forgot to take it to the booth. And that was a subtle message, and that was picked up by my very good co-caster John. Thank you. We have started. Dan leading us off for last game of the season for Team Verreycken, although they played the cup later this year, I think in May.
Oké, mooi. Goed weg.
Center line just creeps over. Creeps over, excuse me.
Hang up. Ausschauen. Der ist durch.
I think Leon's saying it's going through.
That's one of the few German words I remember. Dude. Goes through. Timo sweeping that
Okay.
through the house.
5.
So now looking to come in around behind this yellow. Got the one center guard up there. Let's go for number 2.
Een is oké. Oké. Tuur, bijblijven.
Brum has got the gambling fever. He wants the predictions from the other
Ah, er is ook
sheets.
veel rotatie op.
I am
Ja.
going to go with sheet C. I'm going to go with Smerglux. Not Smerglux, Dunstrumpkas.
Goeie lijn.
I think played such a great match last weekend. We know that Bart can hit some fantastic shots. I think that's going to put a lot of pressure on the Huskies. So I think I'm going to go with Shrubkas on sheet C.
I think I follow you there. I think the Huskies,
Ziet wieder schnell aus.
they are a bit harder to predict. You never know if you're going to see the best version of the Huskies or the struggling version of the Huskies. But yesterday they didn't play their best game and lost against Luxembourg. So I think the Shrubkas, they have the advantage here.
And over on sheet A, between Smerglukska and Ramstein, you know, I know Ramstein has generally more experience, but they do have, you know, 2 new players this season, or at least definitely one today. So Dries. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Smerglukska are going to get their first ever victory today.
I'm going with Ramstein. I think the experience should have the edge over
Rol toch weg.
over the new team.
This one rolling out. Okay, keeping it clean. Leon saying, let's just keep it fully clean, get rid of the center. Caro always looks a little, like, scared. Worried is probably a better word. Wanted to make sure this one rolls away, but this one's going to get into the nose.
Okay.
Rolls away a little bit, keeps it a little bit on the open side.
3.
We're going back for the center line. I have to admit, when I saw that Caro was subbing in for
Ruimte.
Euro, I was kind of hoping she would be going into the 4th spot.
Als hem hier
But
is, trekt
she
hem
doesn't
eventueel door
normally
tot
play
hier als
there,
kan.
so that was wishful thinking.
Yeah, I think with the
Okay.
Husky she also played second or third.
Als hem in het huis
But she
is,
usually played
achter
lead.
10 als het kan.
Or she often played lead or second. Yeah. This one coming in a little bit deeper than they'd like, but sitting right there.
Okay.
Oops, Sherry's just past the T line.
That's probably hit and roll here.
Das
And
Ding
they
ist,
don't
wenn wir
wanna-
hier machen, hat er immer einen Freeze. Deswegen hier hin. Komm mal mit einer 0. 0,20.
Florian definitely is the most colorful player here at the Belgium
Gar
Curling
niks.
League. He's like the Matt Hamilton of the Belgium Curling League.
Yep.
Ja, Anton.
Oh, just
Okay.
catches a little
Oh,
bit, but not quite enough.
no,
So the first opening of the
3.
match. Timo's still opting for that center line guard. Doesn't really like the idea of. Oh, and we're wrong. Tour actually is playing third.
Oh yeah.
I thought he would be in fourth, but I guess
Dan is
Timo.
mooi.
We
Dan
had,
is.
we had the sheets. We had the filled-in sheet, right? So we copied it from the
No,
official
I-
game sheet.
Ah,
I
zie je.
just guessed.
Hard
Okay.
gaat ook.
We'll have to correct that.
Gewoon
in
laten
the
stilvallen.
early break.
Yeah.
Gewoon laten stilvallen. Niks doen. Niks doen.
One
Laat hem
carrying
stilvallen.
a little bit deeper than they would
Okay,
like. It's into the
okay.
house.
Now, knowing the Rangers, I think they're going for a double takeout, perhaps. Yeah.
0.
Well, I think they're going more for the hit and roll, but I think the double is there.
Yeah. Yeah, if they catch it with the right angle, just slightly off nose, they can do a hit and roll and maybe catch also the shot stone there on the back.
Janis. Whoa, whoa. Flo, Flo.
Trying to hold this one. It's going to peel it off.
Tip.
Gets rid of that top one, which I think is probably the most important. And then roll the shooter away so they don't end up leaving a guard.
Ja, first hetzelfde, first hier leggen. Gewoon terug hetzelfde. Rijn is oké. Dan eerst. Ah,
Yeah, something
hem
happened.
maar doen,
We'll
laat
get
hem
this
maar doen.
fixed.
nee. Laat hem gewoon maar liggen. Liefst zo hoog mogelijk als het kan. Zo wat.
I think a very similar stone here for the Rangers. Try and do this
Precies hè?
takeout roll and maybe
Het
catch
valt
the
heel
second
weinig
stone.
die kant. En deze doet iets, maar deze valt. Hij zat er wel naar binnen met zijn lichaam, heeft hem wel op de lijn gebracht, maar het valt heel weinig. 50 zelfs. Maar. Ja. Uw take-out aan die kant, zitten die altijd zoveel naar buiten?
This has some weight.
Maar eventueel dat ik u gewoon minder ijs geef bij volgende stenen.
Right. And red still shot. Timo opting for this hit and roll.
Een 10. Nose is goed, maar ik denk dat we een klein beetje willen rollen. Een steen.
There we go.
Ja.
Scoreboard's correct now.
Yes.
A little bit of a hiccup.
Yeah, so far things look pretty good for Team Verreycken, I guess.
Yep, 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 yep.
Great off his hand, calling for the sweep. Tearing down, putting those brooms down hard. I want this to roll out to the right.
Didn't find the little roll there, so it's again takeout opportunity for the Rangers. The important thing is they get rid of that
Der fällt den ganzen alten
stone in the
fällt
front of
raus.
the
Musst
house.
du aufpassen, okay?
Yeah, the double is there.
Yeah, yeah.
Seen from Leon before, he likes his
Oh,
takeouts.
he likes wait.
Double.
We saw that a lot in our matches last
Also den
night.
kann man
Yeah,
ganz gut halten.
Match last
Fällt
night,
eigentlich auch raus, deswegen habe ich genau
quite
dort
a few
einstehen, wo du ihn
takeouts,
treffen
some really
wolltest.
good stones there. Almost took us out
Yeah.
with the takeout.
And he's very accurate on those. Sometimes with the sliding, it feels like he's sliding in a slightly different direction compared to the stone, but then
The stone goes where it needs to
yeah, he's that's signature stuff for Leon there, pulling off these takeouts. Ooh, barely
be.
misses.
Slides it.
Unfortunately, also the shooter spills out, which means they're gonna only
Maar ja,
score
7-7.
one on their hammer.
Ehm,
Timo impressed with the
gewoon
speed
hier
on this
proberen
one.
te leggen.
Yeah.
Alhoewel, hij ziet hem wel volledig, hè. Leg hem maar hier. Pakt een klein fractieke meer. Hij heeft sowieso een gemakkelijke draw voor een punt, hè. Daar wil ik hem op forceren.
Yeah, looking to put something in the house to kind of force them to
wit.
draw for one.
Yeah.
Ja.
Yeah, if you
moest
put
hem
it,
toch T-line zijn, probeer hem zo ver mogelijk nog te trekken dat het gewoon aan de zijkant er ligt. Zeg het eens.
And you want to put the stone like in front of the house in a way that if you do a no-hit
Als men
takeout,
gewoon
your
release,
shooter
hè.
will not end up in a shot position, and therefore you have to force the Rangers
hem minder, Karel.
to do a draw instead. And over on sheet C, we have a little update. Dutch Schwabkes, they won their first
Daan,
end,
Daan.
opened with a
Daan.
free house.
Feels a bit light, but sweeper's working this, but no, that's gonna get down there.
No! No!
Just
No.
wants it biting, and oh,
It's not in the house.
A little bit light.
It protects the
Was
shot
dat?
stone, but it's now in an open draw. It's a bit light, a bit over curling.
Still forces them to one though.
Yeah.
There's,
And that's also, from a tactical point of view, a good outcome, I'd say.
Wir spielen jetzt mal so wie beim Drawshot, ne?
But as good as Leon is with his takeouts, I think he's equally good with his draws.
Yeah. It's also those draws are also kind of a job for the sweepers, making sure they really kind of time it well, estimate it well.
They need just to bite the forefoot.
Sicher 4 Fuß. Schauen! Oh,
Doesn't look
Looks
like
heavy.
it has the weight. Might be too much weight.
Looks
yeah.
heavy to me.
That is going to go through. Arrow sweeping just to make sure it gets past, and that is going to be a steal of 1 for Team Verreycken.
Yeah. Leon not happy with this one. I mean, those are the kind of stones as a fort you really don't want to miss. It's an open draw, and basically it's kind of what you expect sometimes from the fort players. You just put it on the pin, take that point, and if you come short or if you're too heavy, yeah, feel like you're disappointing the team. Yeah, it can happen. It's still the first end.
Yep. Yeah. I think Leon's talking with his hand motions. He's probably talking about how they missed some of those peels, those takeouts early in there. So wanting to make sure that these guys get their focus, get their lines, pay attention to what they're doing. Alright, so Don's going to be starting things off for Team Verreycken here in end number 2. That's steal of 1, giving them the 1-0 lead over the Rangers. Timo going for the classic center guard.
Rijn is oké. Caro eerst. Zes is mooi.
Oh, not going for the guard, bringing it into the house. Unless they use a different counting system than we do. 6 should be right in front of the button there.
Zo, is goed.
The way in, still on that center line. Doesn't matter though. Once it's in the house, the 5 rock rule and the no tick rule do not matter.
Catches it, but I think red might stay in the house here. Does.
Just stays over on the edge. Actually, that's a pretty
Kan zo
that's
komen.
positive for Team Verreycken. That gives them something it's not worth for the Rangers to go after, but Team Verreycken could potentially use that for scoring.
Oké. Vuur eerst. Ziet er harder uit.
A little bit heavier in the previous.
Ah,
This,
ik heb 14,8. 14,80.
this one's going to go past the T,
That's
so
prima,
they're
prima.
trying to sweep it. Nope. Okay, hashtag John's wrong.
Yeah.
What a surprise. Jan is trying to clear this one out again.
Oh, oh. Gotcha.
It's a nice stone.
Should sit probably right there on the nose. Nice stone.
Job well done.
That's all you can really do as a lead is do what you're supposed to, do what you're asked, and he has done it.
Oh. Oh. Curl. 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 Curl.
The curl, it's a
Ah, ik moet
little
voor Caro
bit,
minder ijs nemen. Zit.
not so bad.
Nee, die is goed gesmeten, maar die is gewoon...
Actually
Zo,
kind of good,
top.
keeps the house
Die
split.
blijft
Yep.
lang recht gaan.
Very good
Goal.
stone there.
Nul.
Timo saying he needed to give Caro maybe a little bit more ice, but... Or
Less
less
ice,
ice, excuse
Yep,
me.
that's it.
But shooter stays in the house, so it's forcing the Rangers to play a hitting game. Make sure they get some of these stones
Good,
out and stay in.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Keep your shooter
Finish.
stones in the house. Because if you manage to keep up that pace, you can score 2 on your hammer.
Back into the middle.
Oh. Curl. Curl.
This one's a bit
Curl.
wider. Trying to get this to curl over.
Oh, it
It's going to catch it. Team is going to sweep it to lose, but they are going to lose the
was a
shooter.
close call, this one.
Yep.
Luckily, it had the weight just
Hang on.
to tap it out.
So allow Rangers to reset the end, get rid of this red, sit one, bring it back into their favor.
Oh.
Feels outside, or is it just my my first thought?
Well, it is going quite wide, and he's going off there. They are going out to the edge of the
Antoine,
ice,
last one
but I
in.
think this one is going to catch it.
Oh, yeah,
going
catch
to
it.
roll out.
Okay.
Very nice, empty house. I think that's good for Team Verreycken. They keep things in control. They avoid Rangers from scoring more than 1 point on their hammer. And then they might end up in a situation we had yesterday with Takeout Tigers. Do you just draw for a point, or do you blank and keep the hammer? We'll see if this is going to be a question they'll have to answer 4 stones down the road.
Oh. Okay.
Caro and down, waving
Oh, that's
goodbye
still
to
not
this one, feeling like it's a little bit heavy.
Nee, je moet,
looks to be.
moet van 9 naar 8 gaan en dan naar 7. Dat is 14:20.
You're hearing Timo call out the hog to hog time, so 14:20 on that one.
So we have very speedy eyes there.
Yes. I do have to say the ice makers here.
Yeah, and you can see Tuur saying like, huh, 14:20, and I went through. How?
Hang up.
Yeah, when the ice is fast.
Oh.
But the ice makers have been doing a pretty good job getting more consistent with the ice, better speed, and still keeping some curl in it.
Yeah.
Like
It also speeds up after that first 10 pebbles worked in. I think the same issue here for the Rangers.
Once it gets into the house, it's
Mine
just super slick, so it's gonna not really stop just yet. Six stones remaining in the end, and nothing in play.
Still a good build-up for Verreycken. They stole one.
En is
Now
mooi.
they avoid the Rangers from scoring big on their hammer. This is obviously slower. Timo coming in to help. That's what we like to see.
Yep, sweeping. We love to see that.
And they get it in. Think it's the guards.
This one's gonna be
No, it's in.
just in.
Goed gevecht.
Good sweeping. Timo.
Timo complimenting himself for that very nice sweeping there.
Be done. Needing a little breather.
Yeah. I like it a lot because it's biting, which means if Rangers take it out, they might not have their shooter in the house.
Anton didn't really
Very
like this one. This seems a bit outside.
Jungs, komm mal zusammen.
I think it's gonna flash.
Yeah,
And it does.
it does. This is an excellent opportunity here for Verreycken. They can try and put something behind it. I don't know if it curls enough. The other option is give Rit a little tap and promote it.
Now you see the Rangers having a quick in-the-end meeting.
We willen
trying
niet
to
te
get on
ver
the
naar
same page
buiten.
with the last couple of stones.
Yeah, I mean, you can play good, but in League A you can throw 7 good stones and
Hier
one
zou
bad
normaal
one.
gezien iets
But
meer
that's
moeten
that's how
opstaan.
you lose ends and lose games. So League A in Belgium is not super easy, and you can't really always hope. Well, the opponent might miss a couple of stones. You just have to make sure you're throwing your best A game there.
Seeing some more votes roll in on the poll. Team Verreycken with
een tikje op.
62%
Hoeveel is dat?
of the fan vote at the moment.
You have the Tuur effect.
Oh.
Yeah, who is going to bring more fans, Tour or Leon? Both fan favorites here in the league.
Splitting the house there. So a good option.
Ja. Wollen we het versuchen?
A long double available, but do
Ob
you
wir nur
want to
den
go for
einen
that?
wegnehmen?
I would probably not, but I am not Leon.
No. Yeah, I think I would follow Florian and kind of the way he was putting his broom down, kind of suggesting let's freeze up against it, put something there, and I think that's probably a pretty good idea. That way you lock a stone in place, that could still potentially score 2.
Könnten natürlich auch den Double versuchen, ne?
Okay, so update from sheet A. Smerik Lokska scored 1 in the first, so they lead at 1-0 over Ramstein in the second end.
Not the best season for Ramstein so far. I think this is the one game they really want to win. I think if you're playing against a team that hasn't been curling for that long,
Yeah.
you
But
want
they-
to always show that you're the most experienced team, the senior team.
Weiter, 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 komm! Hart!
But Ramstein having their
Hey,
issues
Fußball,
this season. They didn't play the first half of the season, the first round.
Hart!
Leon trying to get the sweepers to bring this all the
Weiter,
way
weiter.
down. It's gonna be fantastic.
Excellent stone.
there.
Excellent stone.
Great job from the
Oh,
sweepers
Peel.
getting it close. However, there is enough of
moest
a
het
gap
zijn dat
there,
hij
I
naar
think,
binnen
and I
zit?
think Timo's gonna look at
De
that and
nose
go,
is
let's,
ook goed, hè. Dan
let's get
zal
rid
die...
of it.
maar je moet wel een tikje aan deze
Ja.
kant. Als je te veel naar die blijft hem liggen. Maar anders gewoon single peel.
But I think also not gonna worry too much
Het
if
kan zijn dat ik hem een beetje naar buiten zet. Dus daarmee dat het zo weinig ijs is.
we're not gonna worry too much about losing that back red.
No, no, they
Peel,
still have the
peel.
red in front.
Ja, het is hem er gewoon van voor tikken. Ja, er is niet veel anders wat ik kan doen.
Wanting to hit this one on the outside of the nose. Make sure
Ah.
that it goes away.
Pak voor zekerheid een tikje minder, dat we hem sowieso raken. Ik denk niet dat hij iets gaat doen, die steen.
Seeing high fives from Huskies, so they must have won the second end. Wait for confirmation.
Yep,
Oh, Dirk saying they scored 2.
Immediate call here for a line. This works. Shooter stays. Excellent stone. Excellent
Go.
stone.
Very, very good stone there from Timo. Exactly what they wanted.
Ja, ich habe ja die Spur eben gerade gespielt, ne?
So, a force to 1 for Leon. Same as in end number 1. He's just got to draw. They're going to try to curl this
Ja,
one
gleiche Länge.
out.
Digga.
From hashtagged that one.
Absolutely. I clicked it. I liked that one a lot, I think. Did I click it? Yeah, I clicked it. I'm going to click it again just in case.
I think it's not a bad habit.
Never have too many clicks.
Schauen!
Okay, Leon.
Schauen!
You don't want to have this deja vu miss here. It's important to draw it. You're drawing against 2 redstones here.
Really just needing to get a bite of the 8-foot, the wide circle there.
Is this also heavy?
This one looks a lot better now. This is going to be just fine.
This is perfect.
Right there onto the pin.
And this is what you need. Just putting it on the pin, do your job. And they will be heavy. Or they will be happy. But Team Verreycken will also be happy because they control the game so far.
Force to 1, a steal of 1 on and then a force to 1. So very good result through 2 ends for Team Verreycken.
Ja, oder?
See Don and Jeroen conversing through the glass.
Yeah.
In there telepathically and through interpretive dance.
Yeah. So while they are doing their little wrap-up update on sheet C, where we have Huskies playing against Dutch Kropkes. Dutch Kropkes leading the game, and they opened strong with 3 points in the first end, but Huskies coming back with 2 points there. And over on the A sheet, they're still playing second end here, but yellow team, which is Smirasosken, they are leading by 1, but they only scored 1 on their hammer, so I think that's also a good result for Ramstein.
Giannis will be leading things off for the Rangers.
Back up!
Yesterday, the whole game, I was noticing a weird sound, like some kind of
did
car alarm in the
out.
distance, and I figured it out halfway the game. It's the broom of Giannis that makes this sound when he does the sliding.
Bremst jetzt,
I
aber ist
couldn't
okay.
tell if it was a shoe or his.
Or it could be a shoe
yeah.
indeed, yeah, but indeed.
It did sound. It was a bit odd, like not like distracting, but just
Just like, huh?
something
What's,
there,
what's
like,
that sound?
Where is that coming from?
Something I've never heard before.
Something for the clear out on this one.
Cleaner, cleaner. Yep, yep. Yep. Oh, oh. Curl, curl. Ah, er zit veel rotatie op. Sorry.
This one's gonna
9,5.
catch a little bit too far over and spills out. I'll try to hold that one, but I still think it's fine. Job 1 was getting rid of that Stone in the house.
Hang it.
Yeah, can't
Oh,
quite
good.
pick up the sound on the mic, so when he slides, I was listening for it there.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard it, but I don't
Yep,
know if
yep,
people at
yep,
home will
yep,
hear
yep.
it.
okay, whoa. Scooter.
Into the
Good.
house. Is that going to stay above the T line? It does.
Nice stone there. And again, take out here for...
No, I believe they're going for a corner
oh yeah, they're
guard.
going for a corner guard.
Lijn is knap.
Yeah, this one
Karo
came
eerst.
came off his hand a bit to the
Karo eerst.
bit to the left. It's curling quite a bit.
Oké. Laat hem maar stilvallen. Een tikje naar binnen gezet.
Thank you, Timo, for
Hold it
confirming
smooth.
what I
Fight
said.
up.
I didn't get it wrong. Hashtag John's right. Let's make that a thing.
I think pushed it inside a bit. We'll see.
Janus.
Trying to hold the line. They're going to want to put something over the top of this yellow.
Oh. Hij kan me die
Bill's
side
gonna
left face
over
rüber.
curl, yeah.
Yeah,
Ja, mach ihn mal lang, ja.
going for plan B here. Maybe a small tap.
Oh, they didn't
Okay,
want that one
sonst
to
wäre
be
hier
gewesen.
right
Double,
next to
yeah.
it. Going for a hit and roll at this one. Where Timo's setting up the broom and the rotation, it feels like they expect a little bit of negative ice.
Ho. Go. Ho. Ja, go.
This one
Excellent
going to
double
get-
here.
Oh, that's a double and
Yeah,
the
you can
shooter
click that
rolls
one.
over. We are doing that.
Very good stone. Very good stone.
Timo apologizing for something. I'm not quite sure what.
Hang on.
Maybe the line call. I think Karo was saying, "Ho, don't
What about
sweep,"
this
and team was calling
Give him my eyes.
for the sweepers to sweep. Then he called them off at some point. I think that was sorry. Good line call there for Karo and a good stone.
Oh.
Sweepers on this.
It's good.
Feel like this
Good,
is going to
good.
be right on the nose, probably a little bit in. Will it roll over to the edge? Nope. Stays there on the nose, but still a good stone there. Obviously, Team Verreycken going for the hit and roll here.
10.
Try to behind their own card.
Hij kan ook
their
als je
own
dat
guard.
liever doet. 10.
For 10 seconds, hog to hog here.
Oh.
We need to get some AI that will
Oh.
automatically track these hog to hog times for us.
Go.
Too lazy to click a button on a stopwatch. Trying to get
Dat
this
was
to
goed.
curl
Tikje naar buiten
over.
gezet.
Yep, just a little bit outside. Gets rid of the stone, but loses the shooter in the process.
Yeah.
Leon saying, let's get rid of this guard. Let's not have anything for them to
Warte.
get behind. Harrow looking slightly disappointed there.
Yep.
Oh, immediately calling for line here on this one.
I don't want to leave a
Rüber,
guard.
rüber,
This
rüber.
one's going to stay, and they're going to try to sweep this all the way over
Weiter.
as hard as they can. And
Okay.
that's going to be just fine.
Good stone there.
6-7.
But it's covering up the little bit edge of the house, so Timo's saying, let's try to use it. These kinds of tones are very tough.
Ah, mag heel veel curlen. Waar is hem? Hij moet heel veel curlen.
Arrow said T-line.
Dus nooit
Try to get
achteraan.
this to curl
Achteraan,
a
Daan.
lot.
Hier achteraan.
It's never going to get out to that guard, so they're going to try to bring this a little bit
Wel
deeper
niet
to make
door,
it
hè?
less interesting for Rangers. Unfortunately, Rangers able to slide
It's
it
out.
all the way out. Yeah.
Good sweeping. Galore.
Yeah, nice sweeping from Leon there. It's important. I mean, getting it out there.
Not fully out of play. You can jam something on it, so they will want to be careful about that.
Lass uns mal auf die Seite gehen.
Owen, good morning.
Wobei, nein. Hier.
Owen.
Glad to have you tuning in here.
Good morning, Owen. And I think an official congratulations with joining the rest of the teams in League A. And if you didn't catch the news, Takeout Tigers won yesterday. So we will stay in A and we will see you there for a rematch. We played Team Reese first half of the season in the group
der?
stage of League
Anton am
B.
Stein. Jannis, sorry. Oh,
Owen is joining us in League A together with Kek Köln. So more foreign teams playing on the top stage of the Belgium Curling League. If he decides to
nee, ist gut.
come back again.
No, he is saying see us next
Finde
season.
ihn gut, sehr
So
schön.
Yep, and that's confirmed. I'm
Tegen
glad
Jan.
to have Owen and Team Reese back again next year or next season.
not a bad stone there from Anton. It puts it right in front of that that guard or the stone in the back. I guess it's not really a guard.
Mag we dan veel curlen?
There's a jam opportunity there. But I think we're going to look for Team Verreycken to try to get this one down on top of that one. This one's coming up very light.
Galore.
So
Good look.
wrong. That carried a lot
Blijf
deeper than I really thought.
blijven gaan.
Dan really dragging
Good.
this
Goed
one
work.
down. Good sweeping from Dan there.
Yeah, very good sweep effort.
Not wichtig ist,
There's still a gap. I
Ja,
think
irgendwie hier
they
treffen.
might get it out there.
But the tricky part is, will they be able to hold their shooter?
glaub ich.
Not likely.
Aber das müssen
No,
wir-
but similar situation like Team Verreycken had. Just get it out and try, if possible, to not mess with the other one sitting behind it.
Yep.
But you want this one out
Deswegen
because
bleiben.
this is a stone you don't really like.
Wo picken, ja. Weil der liegt da eigentlich ganz gut hinten. Also wenn wir jetzt hinten beide mitnehmen und Nase treffen, ist das auch nicht so wild. Aber ich komme schon mit so einem kontrollierten
So
Stellstein.
Owen, next year in League A, as you can see here in the background, we have a clock on the games, which
Yep.
makes it also interesting, fast-paced. I think that's a very nice addition, and yeah, we need a lot of volunteers to keep all of those clocks running like clockwork. But
Oh,
This one needs to curl over. No,
Works
it's
like a
going
charm.
to be just fine.
excellent.
That stone from Leon, exactly what they wanted to do.
Yes.
So they're going to want to try to freeze this up against that yellow, try
Ja.
to lock it in place.
Nee, Fries. Knal erop. Pak deze tikje minder.
Someday, because now we have the breakfast session here at Curdia with croissants and coffee, but someday when we will stream a Team Reese game in the breakfast session, we should have an all-English breakfast with beans and sausages and
Ga nog moeten curlen.
Mushrooms,
Yeah.
tomato.
brownies that aren't brownies.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
No.
of the blood pudding, to
Yeah.
be honest.
I was at the hotel a couple of
No.
years ago and I thought, chocolate brownies. Then I took a bite out of them. Weren't chocolate brownies. If you don't expect black pudding, then it's a very big surprise to not taste chocolate.
Do we know
Genau.
who's been
Und wenn ich die
relegated
Nase
from B
treffen
yet?
sollte-
Yes,
auf,
that's
der
Brewers
mit
Ducks.
draufsteht, ne?
That is
No.
oh, from
From
B.
B.
Yeah, that's the Daltons.
Auf
They
jeden
are
Fall
for
nicht
sure
rechts
relegated,
treffen,
but then
sondern
the
eher
second
Mitte oder links.
relegator is still ongoing. Could be
Yeah.
Huskies. If they lose this game against the Schwabkes, then Huskies, I think, will relegate. But if they win against the Schwabkes, they have 4 points.
Fast eigentlich gleicher
Schwabkes also
Stein.
has 4 points.
den
Luxembourg
hinten
is also
mitnehmen
not out of
sollten,
the
ist
woods,
jetzt
so
auch
I
nicht
think
so wild.
there's still 3 teams kind
wir
of
dürfen
playing
die
for
Nase und
those
der
relegation
Mund von
spots. I think
Nase.
it's going to be either Huskies,
Nicht,
Schwabkes,
neben
or
der
Luxembourg.
Yeah.
For Schwabkes, things are looking great. For Huskies, things might look scary. They need to win. Like Luxembourg, they have 4 points. Schwabkes have 4 points. Huskies 2. So a loss for Huskies could confirm their relegation here.
Gets rid of it. Oh, but also loses. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. They lose their yellow, but that red in the back isn't in the house. So
Yeah, but I think they really wanted to have that yellow there, just
yeah, it's a
to be able
force.
to freeze against or force a
Yeah.
harder draw, that kind of stuff.
And though you haven't asked, Owen, from League A, the Brewers Ducks are confirmed to be relegated, but we have a match between Team Verno and Desperate Housekeepers, which will decide if Verno stays up, if they win or draw, and if they lose, then the Grey Ducks will stay up.
Yeah, so the Grey Ducks might pop in. Oh, they have opted to blank this end and
Release stukje naar
keep
buiten?
the hammer.
Oké. Ça va. Is goed om te weten.
Yep, just
Oh.
looking for a little bit of info there on that line. So a blank end is going to keep the score level at 1. But Team Verreycken will keep the hammer on the even ends. So they're pretty happy about that.
Yeah, team with the national jersey. And for people with hawk eyes, try to zoom in. Look at that sponsor, and I'm not talking about Hardline. I'm talking about that sponsor underneath. We are an official partner of the Belgian national teams when they play tournaments abroad, the Euros. I think we're also very happy that the teams, they want us on their sleeves. Hope the teams are proud to wear Curdia on their strong shoulders.
Okay, so update from Sheet A. You see the score in the background. Smerglokska scored 2 in the second, so they lead 3-0 over Ramstein. Over here on Sheet B, we're all tied up at 1. With the blank end of the third, Team Verreycken will keep the hammer. Jana started things off for the Rangers here in the fourth.
Der ist durch, ne? Ah, vielleicht eine 9 mit Glück.
This one is through, possibly at the back of the house if it sticks, but Timo trying to give this a sweep and does get
Den
that
ist doch gut,
assist
oder?
to the back of the house.
HTTT.
Rijn is oké. Caro eerst. Nee. Het is voor het huis, hè.
Timo opting to leave that stone in the house, trying to put up a corner guard here.
Ah.
This one might be a little bit heavy carries
Almost
into the
stilvallen.
house.
Dat is zunt. Mag nog minder ijs pakken.
Just gets in there. So Leon saying, let's go, let's get rid of it.
Oh! Yep, Anton! Anton! Weiter, der ist super! Oh. Gut.
This one's gonna be nice. Hits on the nose, gets rid of it.
In. Oh wel.
It is just in the
Oh, doe
house
maar.
though,
Tien.
so I'm going to try to get rid of it.
Heat C, which is League B. Dutch Kropke scored another 2, leading 5-2 over the Huskies. So, Big ends there so far.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Okay, mooi.
Going to do the job, gets rid of it, sits outside of the house, so they've got their guard, their corner guard now.
Reese is asking a question. He's saying, what are your thoughts on skips not wearing a gripper in the house? I've always played that way, and interesting that both these skips are also sliding around the house, but it doesn't seem as common.
Yeah, I think some...
Oh.
I kind of, it's a mix for me when I'm in the house. I've usually got my gripper on, but when we're playing doubles, I usually play the whole match with just my slider. So it's, yeah, it's probably down to just comfort.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's whatever is comfortable. And I think you're probably seeing a lot more skips these days actually doing some sweeping and feeling like they have much more control over the sweep with the gripper on.
Yeah, I also tend to always wear the gripper, because if I don't, I'm always kind of leaning on one leg, and then that leg gets tired over the course of the game. The second reason is sometimes if there's this panic moment where you have to come and help the sweepers, it's harder to kind of rush out there and then make a U-turn and start sweeping, which is easier to do if you have a gripper.
Oh! Bringt nichts, Anton, bringt nichts, glaube ich.
This red one sticking in the house. They're going to try to get rid of it. Want to make sure this doesn't actually touch the outside. Gets it to go.
Save up.
Gonna try to use this guard now. Draw in behind it. They've got the corner guard. They might as well use it.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Meer ruimte. Curl. Als je ruimte hebt, moet je curlen.
I don't know if
With
this
a curl, they don't seem to be moving that much in the center.
still on the center line. It curls very late, and this leaves in a hit and roll there, I think, for the Rangers
Okay.
to come try and claim that spot behind the guard themselves.
Ansonsten, fangen wir auf.
Not a lot of curl on that center line.
Bist du so rumspielen? Ja, spiel mal so. Ja, normal.
See a normal takeout.
I think with this, they have the option, if it's wide, that they can take off that corner guard. Since this red is behind the T line, it's
Weiter! Und rüber.
this one's going to be just fine. It's going to roll over.
I guess that works as well.
This hit and roll could also, they've got to worry about the jam, but it could also double out that yellow, so that could be, would open up the scoring area for Team Verreycken.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Yep.
Sweep this one. They want to get that roll over to the side. It's going to be a little bit on the nose, though, so not going to quite get over.
But it's through.
Karma for Leon there, making sure that stone isn't hitting the hacks.
Very, very nice of him.
Gleiche Länge.
Yep. That's, if you're an ice maker, you always appreciate players being aware of that. And quite a lot of takeouts. That was also a bit of expected from this game. I know the Rangers like to play takeouts. Also Verreycken, they like to play takeouts. So makes it fast paced.
Lower scoring, but still exciting.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get this rollover. Someone's gonna get behind this corner card.
Yeah, that's the thing in League A. A takeout is not just a takeout. You really need to kind of find that good roll because okay, stone is out, but if you don't find the roll, the opponents get an equal chance of doing a better takeout. This might find a roll.
Gets a little bit.
does.
Gets about half buried.
Yeah, I think with a hack weight you can still reach it. It's hard. It doesn't curl that much. I remember that from Caro Stone earlier.
Zur Not nur die Guard.
Ian looking at the double here.
Wenn wir ihn da
Ja.
treffen. Ja. Nee, nicht Nase, weil ich will schon ein bisschen zur Seite rollen. Nee, da musst du ihn treffen. Ein bisschen neben der Nase. Dann genau da ist.
It's not just a straightforward double because if they hit this at the wrong angle,
Wir
that
versuchen den Double.
the shot red
Ansonsten
could
machen wir nur
jam
die
on
Guard
that
auf.
yellow in the back. So Leon was looking at, okay, we need to do this kind of
Komm
angle.
mit einer kontrollierten Peel wieder.
I think Tuur and Dan joking on the sideline.
Here we go with some weight on this one. Really want to push rid of both of these reds. It's a bit on the wide side. Got to make sure it doesn't hit that yellow in the back
Yeah, indeed.
and avoids it. So
Ja, ligt er geen dubbel normaal.
This is a classic
Gewoon
Leon.
no hit.
Very hard takeouts.
Langs die kant.
We all know we
Ik ga
can
ze
hit
proberen
those.
zeker niet naar buiten te zetten. Gewoon 10. Maar let erop, het kan zijn als hem zwak gezet is, pakt hem op tijd. Hè. Ze gaan hier heel recht. Gewoon 10, no hit.
get this one on the nose. Get rid of that yellow out of there. Leaves two in the house. Using some, just letting his
Ik denk
sweepers
zelfs dat
know
je
what the
met deze
strategy
uitstek
is.
weet kan smijten.
Ten-second takeout. Which by takeout standards isn't super hard. More of a control weight.
Clean hem up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Girl.
This one to curl. It's a little bit outside. Oh, there it goes.
Curl, 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 curl.
It might still roll out.
Yep. It's
It's
very close.
Ah,
yeah,
ik moet er echt
but the
mee
yellow one is
oppassen.
still better, so that's I think it's not what they wanted here. It's rolled a bit too much.
Null.
According to Verreycken standards, this is not a complete success, though of course the takeout was there.
So this will allow Rangers to get rid of this one in the
kontrollierte
house.
Null.
Keep the shooter.
Der hinten
Force
ist nicht mehr
Verreycken to
drin.
one.
Wenn wir ihn also den roten also
We're saying
rausspielen,
looking forward to
und
playing
da sind
with
wir
time clocks next year. Has anyone run out of time this season or was close? Nobody has run out of time, but the takeout Tigers yesterday, they were pretty close. We had 40 seconds, but that was
plenty
enough.
of time.
Yeah, yeah.
A minute before I even got into the hack, it was fine.
Yeah,
I
it was
thought about
fine.
having a cup of coffee. I think we've had a couple teams get down under 15 seconds, but nothing
Nothing
super
worrying, no.
dangerous. This is going to hit on the nose.
Yeah. And this is a no set takeout for Team Verreycken. Then it's important that it does not roll
sorry,
away.
jongens.
If they're feeling cheeky, they could do this long double, but that's not really.
No, no, why would you take that risk, basically?
Ik denk dat ik hem wel een tikje
Nope.
trager ga smijten dan de vorige, die was 9,5. En ik denk op zo, ja, gewoon blijven liggen. Die gele ligt erin, hè. Dus gewoon no zit. Ja, sunt.
Just needing the nose hit on this one. They want it to stay in.
Cleaner. Yep.
Sweeping to make sure.
Okay. Okay.
Looks fine.
Good.
Yes, this is fine. It's a good takeout, and Team Verreycken scores 1 on their hammer.
And 4.
And fist bumps and a weird fist bump from Tur there. But yeah, things look pretty good. We have we're halfway the game right now. They have a 5-minute break, so I think they will take the break. I know for sure the Rangers will. They always kind of have some snacks. And oh, we have the official flag ceremony there.
Bringing the flag out with some tape. They've decided they want to get this one on the camera.
Yeah, indeed. And I think we should give them this little moment of fame, because this is a very nice flag. I know, wipe my ass, they tend to brand the sheets when they're playing. They have flags out there, but I've never seen a flag this impressive as the Glashoch Rangers flag. So we can see it unfold right there, and I think the logo speaks for itself. Glashoch Rangers holding up the primary trophy, the beer. It's obviously a German beer, and I'm not going to comment whether German beers are better than Belgian beers. We'll leave that up to the people out there to decide. But I think both nations appreciate beers, and that's something we have in common. This is where we have where we meet each other halfway.
Now let's just hope the duct tape doesn't ruin the advertiser banner or the scoreboard, but I don't think it should. It should be fine. There we go.
And the deer, that's
Now,
the actual Glashoch Ranger.
I just noticed, it says Ranger and not Rangers.
So I was wondering, is the deer the Ranger and is the team the Rangers? We should ask that question.
That's something we need to know.
And we have another animal, so we can say we have the deers, Rangers, there are huskies, there are tigers, there are lots of ducks.
Yep. Yeah, Team Verreycken is the... Let's see, we have Team Verreycken is nothing.
And Frank is saying, please tell them covering the sponsors comes at a cost. Well,
they're not our sponsors. So
we don't lose any money from covering up sponsors, because we don't gain anything from from the sponsorship. So
oh, well, got some time. Update over on sheet A. Smerik Lokska with another steal of 2. So they lead Ramstein 5-0 in the 4th. So I'm looking like the smartest man in the world right now.
yeah, so far. And on sheet C, we can see Huskies. They are trailing. You need to catch up. They are looking for some points, and we'll take a quick look what the actual house looks like. And things still look good for Schropkes here. Takeouts for 2 points for the Huskies. They spill the shooter, but they still have a couple of stones to go.
Yeah,
so
we're getting down to the... we're getting to the last stone for Schropkes. And obviously they are going to just play this one away. Hopefully hit the shooter, try to force the 1. That would be
excellent. I think at some point you can start playing the scoreboard. You know, you have the 3-point advantage. You just allow Huskies to max score 1 on their hammer. Take your hammer, try to score 1 or more. But if you can keep up that rhythm, you should be going towards the end of the game with a safe victory. But yeah, important game. Again, important game for the Huskies. I think this is their last game of the season.
Yes.
And they really, really need the win. They were able to start in League B because Annemiek, former player, she put her name on the team sheet.
This one flies out. So
I don't mind it flying
it's
out.
Not the worst.
Because now that there's no kind of takeout or stone to aim at, it's just an open house, put it in there, and then the question is what will they do? I mean, they will probably opt to put it in there. A blanket doesn't help them that much. Sure, you have the hammer, but then again, you need those points. So any extra point is probably helping you more than having the hammer and trying to fix the issue in 3 ends.
Yeah, I think if they were down by 1, you might see a blank. But I think down by 3, you have to take the point.
Yep. We are going back to our game. We'll just do a voiceover update. Because
Lijn is wat krap.
we have done kicking off the second
Okay,
part of the game here.
Just see in the background the stone carrying into the house. It's a little bit heavy, and Bart is going to sweep it through.
Zo dicht
So
mogelijk tegen het huis, zodat hem
blank
erin ligt.
end for the Huskies.
Goed gevecht.
That's not what you want to have as a fourth player, kind of being a bit overweight on that stone.
Oder nee, hier.
That guard is still on the center line, I believe, so the no-tick rule is
Hang up.
in effect.
Pretty fast-paced game here. Just had a peek
Yep.
at the clock. Both teams have over 17 minutes still, so that
Anton.
comes with all of the takeouts, of course.
Yeah, hasn't been a whole lot of need for thinking in this one.
Okay.
This one's going to
That's
go
okay.
into
Whoa,
the
that's
house
enough.
and keep this one
Good.
above
Schön.
the tee.
Kom je liefst zo? Mag ik zo komen?
Timo giving Don the option of choosing which direction he wants to come. He's going to come from outside in as opposed to inside out. They're just going to try
Oh.
to take this
Clean. Yep, yep, yep.
yellow one out of the way. Hard for the sweep.
Hard. Hard.
They're going to get it out. Is it
Whoa,
gonna
whoa,
roll
whoa.
too far? Just peeks out
iets
the
te
other
laat begonnen.
side.
Very nice stone, though. I like it.
Yep, I do too. It is
Freeze,
just
step back. Hinten 4 Länge.
behind the tee line. So Leon and the Rangers looking to just do a little freeze, possible a little tap back on this. Use that center guard to their advantage.
Oh. Oh. Anton. Anton. Beide. Whoa, switch.
Needs to curl. It's around the guard.
Weiter.
Justin now try to get it down onto the top
Sehr
of
schön.
it.
Gut.
I like it. I like
Very
it.
good stone there. Good sweeping from
We liggen nog altijd shot.
Florian and Anton.
Just a little bit heavier would have been excellent because the redstone is behind the tee line, so they had a close option to freezing up against it. But I think this is still a nice stone.
Yeah.
And now let's see what Team Verreycken will do.
Veel
They want to guard up the top. They
Yeah.
want to stack over these.
Yeah, they're shots, so they could use those guards.
Whistle.
They will opt to steal here.
Nee, curl.
Switching back.
Curl als kan.
Trying to get this to curl over. They want to get this tight to the center
Enkel,
line.
enkel down. Nog even. Te wel.
Going. That looks good. That's going to stack over just a little bit. Put some pressure on there. But Leon saying, let's clean things up. So that's why that yellow coming up short isn't really a terrible thing for
Yep.
them, because they can just sit there and clean up the middle
Ja.
and then
Yeah,
get something back, use that later.
yellow is pretty locked in there because of that redstone.
Gut.
Nice.
Rounds. Anton almost falling over, but saving himself.
Yeah, an excellent one. And this is going to be an important guard once more for Team Verreycken. They need to keep putting up those guards to keep the game in their favor, keep control. Because as soon as you miss the guard, the tide can shift.
Even Len! Len! Hard Len! Erover en eraf! Okay.
Works.
Goes this, yep, right there over the top.
Aha.
Paolo coming in with the goats. We know who he's for. Team Verreycken, and of course, Tour, the goat of the Belgian league. Fan favorite.
Oh, what a nice double there.
That's the
Unfortunately, yeah, they keep their shooter as a guard, but I think they don't mind taking 2 guards away. That's a great result.
But now that there's a little bit of an opening there, gonna try to get rid of this yellow in the house.
Not an easy one though. Not easy at all. But then again,
En is mooi!
the goat doesn't need easy stones.
Yeah,
Team
maybe with this weight, I don't think they're actually going for the takeout. I think they're just trying to get it down. Maybe another guard over there.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Why try something difficult with the risk of tapping yellow on a shot position if you're just gonna defend your own shot stone? You know what I mean? The goal is stealing here, and in that case, guard is the better one.
Yeah, Leon being forced to peel out some more guards, even on their own stone.
It's important to get rid of those guards because you have hammer. At some point you'll need to deal with the redstone sitting shot there, and those guards are blocking that. So
Anton with the fake out, looked like he was ready to go, then stood up. Wayne.
Yep.
Good morning. Oops, obviously saying I was wrong because Timo pointed for a guard.
Oh! Sehr gut.
oh,
Getting
excellent.
rid of
Perfect.
everything up front.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's a double takeout, takes out the guards. The shooter is gone. This is an excellent result. I mean, sometimes because it's in front of the house, you don't tend to appreciate those shots, but this is just so good. That is a potential shot of the match in terms of execution, although it doesn't seem so in terms of, let's say, scoring points, staying shot, that kind of stuff. It was so
Mag nog
important for them.
curlen! Mag nog curlen, wachten!
Wants him to
Als je
wait.
kunt, mogen dan.
This one a curl over, just going for that guard there. They are
What?
in the stealing
Curl,
business.
curl, curl,
just need the guards.
curl. Doe maar. Oké. Zo wel, mooi.
Very good. Maybe a little bit deeper than he would have liked.
Yeah.
I think Timo would have liked something, because now there's a bit of a
Run back stuff there, yeah.
back triple.
You can't really do a lot wrong with the stone. If it's on the side of the stone, you just clear it. If it's kind of a nose, you tap your own yellow stone on the red shot and you become shot. There is a
Well,
slight off chance that you double those out in the house, but then it's also not too bad.
Flop.
I think there's the risk of getting rid of their own yellow. That is something that would be.
Yeah.
This one looks okay. It's going to catch on the nose.
Perfect,
Good
very good.
sit, and
Perfect.
Very good stone there. We will click that.
Yeah.
Very nice from Anton.
So shot stone is gone
Ik denk
for
10 is
Team
goed.
Verreycken.
Ik bedoel, je moet
Steel
hem
is
echt
not
al
there
heel dun
anymore so
raken.
far.
Ik denk dat je er voldoende van
However,
ziet.
This one peeking out. You can
Yeah.
see there's just a
Ik
corner
ga gewoon
hit. and
proberen
that
10,
should-
maar hij zal op het gemakske zijn.
Yeah, they're not going to try to really move it out too far. They don't need to move it too far back, actually, the yellow, so...
10. 10, zeker dat hij deze tot hier rolt. Dat ze geen dubbele terug hebben. Ik zou er niet mee willen beginnen, ik weet niet wat dat gaat doen en zo. Nu, ik ga zeker zien dat hem 10 of 10,5 is.
In the background, Ramstein and Losken, they take their 4 end break. So you can see games without a time clock, they are different in terms of pace.
Yep.
But you can see the scoreboard in the background here. So looking awesome for Losken. They are really beating Ramstein pretty hard so far.
6-0 through 4. And 3 steals in a row. So they're playing pretty good. Conflict between the two, between Caro and Jeroen.
Jeroen is not there.
Caro and Timo.
Yeah.
Jeroen is here, but
Dat is veel geroep. Oké.
A lot of shouting. Like for the sweepers, it's like, what do we do?
Yeah.
One person is calling for sweep, the other's not, and then they're trying to
Oder wollen wir über die Guard gehen? Nee, ne?
get over each other. So for a sweeper, that is total chaos. And
yeah, they would have liked that to curl a little bit more. Stayed a little bit outside, so pushes the red a little bit. Peeks out from behind the guard.
Wir können entweder über die eigene Guard gehen oder ich sehe den halt, spielen wir den so ab. Aber das Problem ist, wir werden nicht im Haus sein. Dann hat er nochmal einen Come-Around. Was meint ihr? Nee, wir spielen.
Yeah, no curl. It's a little bit straighter than it was what we saw on the C sheet yesterday. So some of these upweight shots tend to stay pretty straight.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Oh. Oh.
Get around. Gets rid
excellent.
of the red.
What an excellent stone there.
Swing and a miss on the saving the shooter, but does not.
Ik denk dat een die het meeste valt. Alhoewel. Nee, Caro, pak een andere. Met mijn zwakke hendel gaat hij goed vallen. Meer, iets meer. Ja. Ik ga hem niet sterk zetten, dat hem op het einde nog kan vallen.
Opting to put little rotation on this one to try and find the curl.
Het enige wat we niet mogen doen, is die gele erin chippen. En dan zou die kunnen splitten. Maar ik vind het geen simpel ijs om te splitten. Alhoewel, eigenlijk wel. Ja.
His gears are grinding there in his head, trying to project all the possible things. If it overcurls, you could tap yellow and split. Then he was thinking, is that something I like? Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. But I think plan A is just getting around the guard there. See if they can steal here. It's not easy.
Plenty of room.
Wachten op het einde,
Will it curl enough? That is a question.
This one is a little bit heavy too, so Florian gonna try to sweep this one as deep as possible and keep that scoring area open. Now it gives them backing.
Yeah, a draw with backing here. That was too heavy. It would have been better in front of the tee line. That takes away one draw angle, and they had to draw over on the other side. But this is not what I wanted. Okay, it's in the house, but it was too heavy.
Mega. Langsamer gewonnen, nee, ne? Ich würde jetzt so spielen, wie ich den ungefähr gespielt habe vorhin. Ja? Muss, hat hinten theoretisch eine Auflage.
As things stand, I'm 3 for 3 on the predictions.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good. Especially with Losken against Ramstein game. I've kind of guessed that would be a 50-50 game. Hard to predict, but I didn't expect Losken to win all 4 ends so far. Which is a very strong result. Needs to curl this one. Unless they're...
just needs to make sure it's in the house first. Yeah. And that's what they're doing. It needs to get to the 8-foot. And then...
Excellent stone.
Right there.
Touching the tee line there. Perfect.
So that is going to be 1 for Leon and the boys. That's going to tie things up at 2.
Congratulating each other. But yeah, 2-2. Exciting game so far.
Yeah, very tight. This is sort of what we expected, Wayne. We wanted to see. We thought both teams are going to come in. They're going to they're going to put their A games out there, and we are getting what we asked for.
Yep. And
both these teams with their hitting, they both like to play low-scoring games and leaving it down. Obviously, they'd like to score more, but I think we're seeing kind of what I expected.
Yeah. And the Rangers holding true to their word. They were saying, we are here to come in the Belgium League, to play in League A, play for the title, try and win every game. And we want to beat Team Verreycken and show them that we are a fierce competitor towards next season. And I think they're showing that they can actually do that, of course. Team Verreycken not playing with their A lineup.
But still always a tough team. That they,
Yep.
No matter who Verreycken puts out there, that's one of their one of their philosophies is everybody should be able to play every position.
Yep.
Now, granted, everybody has kind of a fixed. Don is always going to be the lead. He's a super lead. But if necessary, I bet you could put Don in a fourth, and he would be just as good. Right. So Johannes will be starting things off for the Rangers. We are all tied up in the sixth end, 2-2. The fan poll, Team Verreycken with 67% of the votes. So the fans seem to think that the league champs are going to sweep the season. Yeah, Jeroen is part of the team, but they just like to rotate, and since this match doesn't change anything for them in the standings, he is here. He was going to be doing the timekeeping for the match.
Yeah, you can see him there in the background, sitting on the bench left to the clock. He's watching the game very closely.
I think we're probably going to get some complaints from the teams because I changed the setting on YouTube, and so now the TV is much closer to in time. It's only a 4 or 5 second delay as opposed to the 10 to 15 seconds. So now there's no
replay moment there.
mode. Yeah, they have to be really quick to get back there.
Now, there is a replay mode. They can always rewatch the game afterwards.
Oops, he was there.
Sicher 4 Fuß. Ja, dann wischen. Yep. Mach ihn 5. Yep.
Almost
Zwei
a
super
wardrobe
Steine, sehr gut.
malfunction there from Florian, but it keeps things clean.
I was a bit worried tomorrow when I was miking up Leon, because he has a kind of he doesn't wear a belt, and kind of putting the battery pack for the mic that has a little bit of weight, so I was worried could it kind of pull his pants down, but so far it didn't.
Yep, hard.
Getting this could be on the nose. For a little bit more roll, but it's there. And asking any plans for end of season awards. You can do shot of the season, young player of the season, most swear jars, and Pim vs. John prediction. We haven't tracked our predictions, but next season that is 100% the thing we are going to do. We are going to track the entire season. Pim versus John.
Whoa.
We do have in Current Club Zemst a kind of end of season ceremony with a barbecue, and it's called the Gala of the Golden Stone, where also the BCA kind of announces those awards, Player of the Year, and then there are a couple of ranks. But we don't do anything from a Curdia perspective. But maybe that could be a nice idea to have this kind of recap moment where.
We do have. I guess we pick our viral shot of the season, which we have one that's like by far and away, but it's nobody from the league. It was from the World Curling Tour event. So maybe we'll take the league shot.
We'll give it some thoughts. I think we should do some type of recap, like how did this season go? Which team performed well? Which team underperformed? what were memorable moments, honorable moments to that defined the season.
Good ideas for that.
Now I'll just buy some extra time somewhere. Because ideas are cheap, but execution is hard.
But it's a good idea, and actually, I think I would agree with you, Owen. Hannah from Blue Huskies, as young player of the season, I think she has stepped up into and played in a league that's, yeah, she's done fantastic.
Yeah, true. In the league, also played the New Year's Cup, played a very good tournament there. I think I don't know if she's gonna play the Galore, but she really progressed a lot as a junior player.
Zeker iets proberen voor 2 punten. Kunnen dit
And
voor
Wayne,
blijven
furthest
doen, hopen op
player,
echt
you
een
mean the
misser?
person who has to travel the furthest to
Anders
get
pakken we gewoon 1
to
punt. Ik
a
kan ook
match?
iets agressiever gaan.
I
Nu nog
think
gewoon
that
guard
would
leggen.
be, it would be tight, I think, between
Nee.
Leon
Ja, je kunt zeggen dat je de
and
corner guard legt
and
en
the
daarna niet een rol
Rangers,
probeert of zo.
everybody there
Maar als ik voor de
up in
corner guard
Hamburg,
ga, dan
so
kan een blank sowieso niet meer. Je kunt zeggen dat je er nog 2 probeert te blanken. Hè.
they're at 6 hours, Viri is 4.
We're having a little timeout here,
Eén
so
punt pakken,
team
oké? Dan gaan we het zo proberen.
Team Verreycken is deciding: are we going for a blank or do we want to score a point? That's a kind of a thing they want to discuss with the team.
Yeah, Owen, yeah, the
Owen,
Owen and his team, Reese, yeah, they've certainly got a potential claim on that.
Yeah. I also noticed that Team Reese, they have new jerseys as of the second part of the season. They used to play in the kind of purple pinkish jerseys, but they've had pretty nice Fox Glide jerseys. Could also be a nice one to have a jersey of the season.
Oppassen. Oké, mooi.
Gets rid of the yellow, sits in the house.
Take out.
Yeah, but Reese, Owen, can we reliably factor in how much the delay is going to be?
Owen saying we probably have the longest travel time, especially when the Eurotunnel is delayed, which is most of the time. Yeah, you come from a different time zone, and that's also something that makes us feel a lot further.
Good.
Going
Nimmst du den blau, den gelben?
6 hours at best, so it is rivaling the travel time for Hamburg.
Twee.
Now there's rumors that there's possibly a team from Spain joining.
Yeah, and yesterday Dirk was saying there are rumors that the team from Lyon might join. They're figuring out if it's feasible with the TGV, and Charleville also showed interest. So maybe 2 more French teams joining in the Belgium Curling League next year.
We got a sponsor. So we loved the purple kit, but had it many years. We got a new sponsor and a new Steve. It was time for a new kit. Yes,
Ja,
lots
trek
of
hem diep
news.
genoeg.
Might as well get the new one.
Als ze een no-sit doen, dat we terug no-sit kunnen doen. Oké, sorry, was ik een beetje laat met die kop.
I don't know if that's necessarily the goal.
What's the
Owen,
goal?
To get to have the BCL grow to a D league next year.
I don't think so, no. I think if the league would still grow, I think Dirk would opt for having kind of groups like we had in the first half of the season, where League B was split up in 2 groups, because it's hard to have around. Yeah, League D is harder for the foreign teams to kind of make your way to League A, trying to promote 3 times. But hopefully in the future could be nice to have extra teams joining, and then it will also be a challenge to find a good calendar fixture. Make sure all the teams get to play each other, especially with foreign teams coming over for weekends.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot is also going to depend on
Normal.
which do teams drop out, which new teams are coming in. So all new teams don't have to start in the
Normaler
C
Takeout.
division, work their way up. Yes, actually, all new teams have to start in the bottom division and work up. So if it actually grew,
Hausrollen ist das
we had a
sogar
lot
auch gar
more
nicht so schlecht.
come in, they would end up starting, and they had to start a D division.
am
And
liebsten
every
wäre
new team
natürlich
would have to
Nase, ne?
start in D. And a team is considered new if 50% of their players or more change.
Yeah.
So we've had teams merge and people leave and go. It's one of the
Het probleem
reasons why
is zelfs als we nu
Huskies
een no-sit doen en ik volg met een
stayed
no-sit
in
kruipen
B
we
was they
erachter.
had a player stay on as an alternate from last season, so they kept 50% of the team, even though she's not playing this season.
Het probleem is als ik hem zo zou zetten.
We haven't seen any missed stakeouts today.
Dus
Maybe
ik
not
denk
the
dat
rolls
best
they
wel
were
zo
looking
zo.
for, but like actually flashing. I don't really recall a flash stone so far.
We
Or
had one.
One?
We had one.
Ah,
I
dat is
think
terug, dat is
Anton
terug,
back in
dat is
like
terug
the
zijn
second
kant.
or third end.
Pak de tikje minder dan.
Let's see. No, it was second or third end. Anton.
Ah,
this one
sorry
maybe was
Daan.
third or
Dat
fourth.
is de
but
gemakkelijkste kant voor hem te pakken.
But with the amount of takeouts we've seen so far, I think it shows
Het is
that
gewoon rollen aan de andere
missing
kant.
a
Van het
takeout
moment
in
dat ze
League A
deze in het huis ligt is voor mij prima.
is maybe kind of rare.
10, 10,5
All right,
zoiets.
for those of you who still haven't voted in the match result poll, get your votes in quick. It closes at the end of this end, and then we will open up the player of the match poll, where you guys get to decide who you thought was the player of the match.
Yep, yep, yep! Yes! Oh, oh, oh. Rol maar, rol maar.
Gets the hit, gets the roll, stays biting at the
Oh,
top
zoals
of the house
wakjes.
there. Rangers
Gib mir
going
den mal
to
raus.
take this one out. They're going to hope. Well, I think they're going to want to stay just biting on the edge. They don't want to get this one to go too far in. However, they don't want a nose hit because that will leave the yellow out and will allow Team Verreycken to opt for a blank if they'd like.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Gets the hit, rolls, and
Yeah.
stays out of the house.
Ik weet het
I
niet.
mean, for each takeout, we kind of move forward a bit, the stone length. So now
Ja, leg maar.
House
Ik kan
is
nog eens
open
met
and
de
clean.
jongens over. Jij zult er sowieso een pakken, hè? Jij zal sowieso een punt pakken.
So now the question is blank or take the points. Caro
Wat zeg je
mentioned
welk
earlier.
gevoel? Blank. Zeg maar, hoe weet het niet. Als je nu eentje pakt, ga je moeten forcen in het hakste. Als je nu blankt, kun je eventueel het zevende ook proberen te blanken. Hè.
This is an interesting one because also moving the hammer is also
Go,
moving the
Lion!
situation who is gets to have the hammer in the final end. Now with
Ja,
Team Verreycken they have the
go,
hammer in even ends.
Wel zien, we hebben niet meer zoveel
Caro,
tijd.
Caro voted for a blank.
Yeah.
I did not hear.
Ik ga proberen heel mooi 340 te smijten. Veeg er niet kapot op, hè.
All right, with the speed that Timo is saying, it's going to be a draw into the house. Yanked it to the outside.
But does it matter that much?
Plenty of room.
Laat hem gewoon maar doen.
denk-
Is hem erdoor, is hem erdoor.
They're probably using this one
Wat was dat
to
van snelheid?
get some measures on speed,
25.
that kind of stuff.
Dan denk ik dat hij zo kan het vertragen en wat is.
Right, so
425. And that is a point for Team Verreycken. Just one. And this is a crucial moment for the Rangers. This is where they need to score on their hammer. Just 1 point in the hammer, and on their hammer might not be sufficient because then they would go to the last end in a tie situation, not having the hammer. This is kind of a thing they want to avoid.
All right, as we close the poll, Team Verreycken taking 65% of the votes. Glashoch Rangers 35%. Nobody going for a tie. See the boys chatting. So now, who are we going to put in the player of the match?
Yeah, I think all players played pretty solid. For me, there's not really somebody standing out. But if I have to pick somebody, I would go for Caro. She played a very nice game. She's also not routined with the team, and I think she's. I can't really say she missed anything so far. She threw takeouts, car. So my vote is for Caro. And over on Ranger sides, I think.
I think oops.
Let me think about that one. Maybe Anton. Let's see.
Of course.
Typing this.
Yep. Alles
All
Flo.
right, so got a new poll up. We've got Caro and Anton, but if you think it's somebody else, click other.
Yeah.
Put your vote in the
Sehr schön.
and put your vote in the
Siehst du,
chat.
Anton?
We
So
think
wollte
they've
ich
all
das.
played pretty good games, but I think those two stand out from each team at the moment.
Yeah, that's just kind of my first gut feeling. We don't fill in Curdia, so we don't really have metrics to compare. It's kind of an impression. But it's a poll, so that means you guys can vote.
Sometimes it's not about the numbers either.
No.
You could have somebody throwing a fantastic game, but
Enkelsnelheid!
maybe they've got a bunch of simple shots or
Mm-hmm.
Nog
doesn't have as
gaten!
much of an output or impact on the game as somebody throwing a couple of great stones.
Ja. Oh nee, ligt in het huis. Ja, diep genoeg. Diep. Ah. Ja, nee, zoeken.
So we have an update on sheet C. Huskies against the Shropkes. So Huskies were able to score 2 in the fifth end, coming strong back after the break.
Anton,
It's a close
Anton,
game
Anton.
still. Shropkes leading 5-4. And on sheet A, you can see it in the background.
Perfekt. Sehr gut.
Losken stole another one, so it's going to be a walkover for Losken over Ramstein, and Ramstein not having the best weekends yet. Yesterday lost 11-2 against the Cubs, and this morning also not looking great.
Down 8-0. There's still 3 ends left, so anything could still happen.
Yeah, but yeah, we don't know how the game is progressing, but it doesn't feel like they've regained momentum there.
Ja!
But that's just reading the scoreboard, and then if there's anything.
Geen rol. Geen rol. Okay.
It's this one, and is it going to stay? Leon trying to get it out further, just manages to stay in the house. A shot. Christoph showing up.
out.
Good afternoon. It's afternoon. It's officially afternoon. Good afternoon, Christoph. Going for the Rangers. This is your chance for 2. It is. It is. They're going to need to do something here to. Yeah, they need to at least in this end.
Yeah, otherwise they'll have to try and steal, which is very hard against Team Verreycken. That proved previous ends.
Good. Gets it. So gets rid of the shooter. Gets rid of the shot stone.
Yep. So far so good for the Rangers.
Team.
Team we're looking for another hit and roll over the other side of the house. Curl.
Oké, is goed.
Hits, rolls to the outside, gets rid of the yellow, which is the important one.
Yeah, and they don't really want to leave a guard over on the edge because if you have the hammer, you might want to time out here. We have a timeout for the Rangers. What will the boys do? Coming over all the way from Hamburg to to this side of the Club Zemst. And let's hear what they have to say. Not all four players are mic'd up, so we will hear 25% of the conversation.
Weil wenn wir den einfach rausspielen. So, ist doch für 0.
Anton was, the way
Yeah,
he
maybe
was pointing with the broom, maybe looking at putting something on the other side of the house.
Ja.
Maybe doing a hit and roll off of this one, get rid of the guard and try to roll it in over.
Was? Ja.
I think Leon was originally looking himself to possibly coming in behind that guard, but
I mean, there is still also a battle plan to keep everything clean and go for a blank end and then take the hammer in the last end and then try to score 2 with your hammer in the last end. So that's also something they could opt for. Because I think I overheard Leon saying something about null, and I don't know if that's their terminology for 0 points. Going for the blank end.
Yeah, he's used null before on hits, so I think it's something about a weight or something. This one's going to catch on the inside. How far is this going to roll? Timo's going to sweep.
Okay.
We love the skip sweeping. Put that weight into it, and he gets it all the way.
You want to sweep it even over on sheet C there.
Get it far enough out of the house. If it's not going to get out of play, get it out of the house far enough that a jam isn't going to leave a stone biting on the edge.
Komt er liever de andere kant, kan ook hè. Lijn is mooi. Lijn ziet er prima uit. Enkel snelheid.
So guess where it is. There it is.
Voilà.
Center guards. Rangers are allowed to rip it apart.
Or they have to play these takeouts, the fewer stones they have for scoring.
Yep. Yep. This is the type of end you want to do as Team Verreycken. Just kind of avoid Rangers from scoring 2 here.
Wow, Janis! Und rüber, Flo. Rüber, 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 rüber. Hart.
Good. Goes away as well. Exactly what Leon asked for.
So many takeouts in this game.
Yeah,
is
seeing
mooi.
it reflect on the score as well. I mean, 3-2 in the 7th
Caro
end.
is.
No one's
Caro
scoring
is.
more than 1 at any end.
Oh,
Could make it hard at some point if you really need to make that
Whistle.
crucial draw. How much information do you have about T-line weights?
girl.
But teams are not struggling so far with draw weights that much. I think that's also maybe the reason with the previous end, Timo liked to blank, but not just throw it super hard. Throw some kind of weights that build up some knowledge about the speed of the ice. Because it
Bedoel ik van wie ben je roest?
could be important later down the road.
Wow.
Starting for the sweep, calling it off, and this is going to pull it all the way off to the side, get this one out of play. Nothing left behind.
Ja, ik heb geen idee aan welke kant dat de meeste kansen hebben om te missen. Ja, leg het eerst maar daar eens. Ja, op die lijn gewoon in het huis.
Going to get this one in the house.
Ik denk het allerbeste zou zijn zo juist een bijter. Als je dan een nose zit op de guard, maar het probleem is als je zelf de guard ligt, gaat hem erachter. Dus.
Now, if you're Team Verreycken, you're
Gewoon
looking
weer niet,
for... I think you're looking for a force to one is more important than potentially stealing one. A steal of one obviously gives you a 2-point advantage, but it gives the other team a the hammer.
Mag nog curlen!
And then again, if you have a 2-point lead, is your opponent going to score 3? I think the way they are playing, they are really in control of avoiding the Rangers from scoring a lot. So if you feel confident that you can keep them to a 1-point minimum. This is deeper than they wanted. They want a biter, and this is behind the T line. Not the weight they were looking for here.
Timo with that, I don't want to say nervous laugh, but just that little laugh like, this is ridiculous. What is the speed? We can't figure it out. They have been, with so many takeouts, they've been a little bit heavy on their draws.
All right. And this could give the Rangers a chance.
Das ist gut zu wissen.
Try and hit it. Maybe roll to the side of the house. Make it hard for Team Verreycken to take it out. But we'll see. Have 2 more stones. They need to try and score 2 points.
Janis.
Sweep for line here.
Whoa.
Calling them off. This is going to be right on the nose. Maybe trickle a little
Oh
bit
yes,
outside.
excellent. A little bit of a roll sitting in the outside 12
Jongens,
foot.
gaan we de freeze proberen. Oeh.
Timo wanted to try a
nee.
freeze.
Freeze could be
Ik wil er
dangerous.
rust een time-out, de Wim is erbij voor vragen of dat je een freeze op zou spelen, maar Caro zou hem gewoon nozen. Zo. Het ding is, als je de freeze zou doen en ze pakken er toch 2, ga je met 1 en achter staan en dan moeten wij er 2 pakken. Zo.
I think the freeze is the risky option, and
Completer neffens.
if your draw weights would have been on spot with the previous stone, you could say a shared freeze. But maybe if you're kind of a bit off with your weights, maybe the freeze is really taking a risk you don't want to take.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
Calling this hard for line.
Hard! Hard!
Need to make sure that yellow goes. That's fine.
Yep.
Now,
Ah,
Now the big question:
do you play for the? Do you take
blank
the blank?
or point? Do you want to blank and try and score 2 on a hammer, or take the points and go for the steal? It's a difficult one. And
So, jetzt so ein Spin-a-Rammer oder so?
Yeah, with
nein,
this-
mach ich nicht, keine Sorge. Ich troll nicht. Nein, ich troll nicht.
Oh, I think the way this match has been going, you almost have to take the point.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, scoring 2 on your hammer is not easy, and with the point, at least you're all tied up. And who knows, a steal is possible. Team Verreycken was able to do it in the first end.
Leon going for the blank, throwing this one through, deciding they would rather have control, have the hammer.
Yeah,
Ja,
understandable choice there.
nein.
So we are going to the last end with Rangers having the hammer. The second blanked end here. And while the teams are discussing how they will try to ensure the victory, let's see if we can have a little bit of an update over on the other sheets. I see that Dunstropkus, they just cleaned the stone, so I don't really know what the score is there. And Dirk is going back.
I was just about to peek what was going on in the house, and they cleaned it up before I could see it.
Yeah. So before we do that, let's have a quick peek on the scoreboard of sheet A. We can see they are well behind in terms of pace of the game, but the scoreboard is looking very, very interesting for Smiraglovsken there.
Yeah.
And If we slide over,
Luxka throwing a hammer stone. But I'm looking in the house and I see currently three
Yeah.
stones for Ramstein, but it's
Interesting.
open over in the middle, so they can potentially still draw in, just needing to get to full 4 foot. So as Don starts things off here in the 8th and final end, Team Verreycken leads 3-2 over the Rangers, but the Rangers have the hammer.
Als iemand veegt is, stuur het.
A little bit deep, I think. Timo really unsure with what's going on sometimes with the weight there. Oops.
Lass uns den ab, lass uns den wegspielen.
I think that's still a pretty good stone. If you have the point lead, just put it in the house.
Yeah, a hitting game plays into the advantage of Team Verreycken.
Gut,
And now that's an interesting one. They don't opt for, let's say, the typical corner guard and then draw behind it with hammer buildup. They keep going for those takeouts.
Gut, sehr schön.
And although they are very accurate with the takeouts, is this going to get them into a situation where they can actually score 2? Because that kind of anticipates, or you try to anticipate on your opponent missing some stuff or leaving things short. Updates over on sheet C. The house was cleaned, but now the scoreboard is updated, and Dun Schwabkes, they score 3 again.
That is an 8-4 lead over there as they enter the
Toch maar een
7th.
rare steen zijn wat dat doet.
Huskies not really able to kind of avoid their opponent from just scoring 1 on their hammer. Always taking it.
And I was wrong over on sheet A. It was not the hammerstone played by Smerglovska, yeah, because they won the last end. Now is coming the hammer for Ramstein.
Okay, gut.
Luxka's final stone went through the house.
Oh no. Rangers spilling the shooter here, and this is an important miss basically, because they really needed to kind of have that back and forth takeout where they keep the shooter in the house. Now the window of opportunity is closing.
So Ramstein,
Timeout.
on sheet A, they have opportunity to. They are drawing for 4.
Right.
So,
Ik ben echt...
like I said, it wasn't
ik zou hem er
over.
gewoon inleggen
so
en
lots
zo
of things
zeggen,
can
kijk,
happen.
je pakt er
We have a
ene,
timeout here.
het is gelijk. Ik denk dat Jeroen zich als coach.
Jeroen is going over as a coach,
ja.
trying to decide what the best battle plan is here.
Ik zou hem er gewoon inleggen en dan is 9 van de 10 gewoon 3-3 en so be it.
Oh, Timo seeming to be okay with the
Settling for a draw here, yeah.
not going for the. I mean,
I
technically,
want to hear the discussion.
Als we om te winnen spelen, leg je de guard. Punt uit. Ja, oké, zo va. De kans zat erin, maar... Zo va.
So they have opted to go for a guard to play for the win, I guess. That's my take. It feels like the way he said Sava is like he agreed with...
I like this decision.
Yeah.
I like playing for the.
always play for the win there.
You got a chance to make history.
I mean, that was the goal, right? We talked to Don up front, and he says, well, we have one goal. Make sure we win every game, have that gold-plated trophy at the end of the season. Well, if that was the statement up front, they should hold true to that ambition and try and win this game here. I mean, they're already champions, so why settle for a tie? You might as well
Maar men mag hoger liggen.
try to finish in style here.
Dat is prima.
There it is. There's that center guard. Leon saying, let's get rid of it.
And tears of emotion there for Caro.
Tears?
Well, she was wiping her, her eye. I was just making story there as not actual tears, don't worry.
Alles, was geht!
Trying to hold this one.
Anton, rüber, 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 rüber!
So to roll over.
Schön.
They don't try and come around the guards. They clear the guards. Whereas they want to score.
Twee is goed.
They want to score 2 points. So guards could be useful if you're able to get behind it.
Yep.
Is there any kind of comment on the Rangers maybe going for takeouts too often and really sometimes ignoring the draw shots?
Verreycken, mag
It's
door.
possible. I think it's still early in the end that, okay, let's...
Oh,
they don't
ziet er
want
hard
too
uit.
much stuff in the front, because in the middle, because they
Twee is
don't want to make
prima.
it difficult to score. But at some point,
Man
they're
is
going to
ook
have to
goed.
try to start setting up.
Yeah, I mean, I think the rule is if you want to score and you need 2 points, guards can be useful, and why not come around your own guards, come around the guards. But yeah. Because with this rhythm of play, you might end up tying the game, unless that's what they decided as a team. Let's go for the tie here. That's a good result. We'll take the tie, and we get the claim that team unbeatable isn't able to beat us, and that could also be kind of a nice result. I must say, of all the teams playing against Team Verreycken so far, the Rangers have put up a very good fight.
Trying to curl this over. There it goes. Gets rid of it. Shooter
Good.
and guard are gone. Team Verreycken, another center guard here.
Mag curlen.
So far,
Ziet er
in
hard ook
the
uit.
player of the match voting, we have Caro with 40%, Anton with 20%, and other at 40%, but nobody has put who
Gewoon,
the other
geen-
in the chat.
Ja, ik ben te
so
laat ermee. Ja,
this one's
Look,
going to just
oké.
bite into the house.
Yep.
Entweder hier oder mit weg. Beide weg. Wie bitte? Ja, komm mal. Ja.
Going to clear this one out.
Resetting there, there's no time pressure. I think both teams have well enough thinking time left on the clock, so that helps.
Yep. Yep. Oh. Yep.
Call for the sweep, then off,
Rüber,
then
Janis.
on.
Gut.
Trying to get this one to roll all the way to the side. Very nice stone from Anton.
Yep,
Just
all in the
what
game.
Leon wanted. You can see over on the scoreboard that Ramstein scored 3 in the 6th, so it is 8-3 for Smerik Lokska as they start the 7th end over there.
Fijn is mooi.
Well, at least they're on the scoreboard. That will help. You don't really want to have an XO type of scoreboard where you don't score anything. What does their name mean, Smerig Losken? I think that's a good question.
Ja, we doen nog eens
That's
meer.
I think it's the name of a sandwich, but that's really guessing. I think I'm gonna ask them. They're here in the venue.
It's probably like something super offensive
Yeah.
that
Nee, kannst auch
is
Nase.
maybe even like criminal to say. We don't know.
We don't know. I think smerig is Dutch word for dirty, so it's
Normal.
it's dirty
Normaler
something.
Takeout. Oh, weg. Weg! Gut,
And of course,
schön.
everybody knows the name Rammstein, the story behind that. Apparently there is a metal band that named themselves after the
Als ik
curling
hier een
team.
dart opleg,
So they made a
dan
little
laat ze
pun
me
out of
echt
it
goed
and they
zijn.
called themselves Rammstein. It's a
Jongens, of
German
zelfs
band.
een klein tikje naar de
Or the other way
zijkant,
around,
maar
it's one of the two.
ja, pak maar zo.
Probably.
Yeah. Rammstein's used to be called Curl Jam.
Curl Jam, yeah.
They've had
Ja,
many
kijk,
different members over the
Hij moet
years.
zijn laatste
and
take-out of
opting
draw maken.
last year to change it. But staying with the
Dat is met twee
band slash
vandaag.
curling pun.
Ik verschiet ervan, ik heb het gevoel dat mijn lengtes nog het beste zijn. Maar ik heb dan ook twee keigoede vingers.
Timo complimenting himself on his lengths.
Oh, oh. Yep, 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 yep! Hard! Hard!
Sure this one doesn't curl too much.
Oh!
Down, trying to
Oh!
hold it.
No,
There
no!
it goes. Now let
De
this
ver is
one
gekund.
roll as far over as they can.
Okay.
Now it's money time for the Rangers. They have 2 stones left.
Am besten mit in die Mitte
The
rollen.
win is still
erstmal
possible, but it is very hard.
I
And
think
I think they're going for a tie here.
at this point, yeah, they need a miss from. They need to leave the shooter in
Yeah.
the house, and then they need a miss from Team Verreycken.
Yeah, maybe that was a kind of idea. Like
Erstmal
Team
natürlich
Verreycken, they might miss at some point, and this is going to be
dann,
where we hit and take our
rollen.
2 points. But that didn't happen. And in League A, it's hard to hope for your opponent to miss a takeout because could happen,
Wow, wow.
but
Oh!
not against teams like Verreycken. They rarely miss takeouts.
Sure, this one curls over enough so it stays.
I think it rolls out. And a tie is the best possible result, and then Verreycken is probably just
Dat
going to
kan.
put something in the house,
Aan welke kant?
and then forcing
Ja, het probleem is een
Glashoch Rangers to do a better draw.
Je hem een open draw. Ik zou hem eigenlijk liever hier leggen. Maar ik weet niet, ofwel hier, ofwel hier. In deze valt meestal. Als je
Arrow
die een klein beetje zet,
advocating
is
for
ze
putting a
weg. Gelijk
stone
als ze-
way on the
Het ding is dat
edge,
hij hem nu juist ook heeft gedaan.
which would bring the rollout into much more into.
Yeah, I like having it in the
possibility.
edge if they try to take out and they're off the broom.
Yeah. But Timo was saying he's just not sure, so he'd kind of rather have it maybe biting the 8-foot.
Yeah, it's
Hij moet
just
vooral in
important
het
that this
huis
one is in
zijn,
the
hè.
house.
Dus,
That's priority number 1. Get it in, and then it's up to the sweepers and the skip to kind of find that best possible position. Final stone here for Team Verreycken in this season. The champions of the Belgium Curling League
Mag curlen nog.
23-24. Can they put the topping, the ice on the cake or the frosting on the cake?
Try to curl this over, stead it on the edge.
Oké.
Now,
It's where they wanted
Oh,
it.
sorry jongens.
Their job is done. Timo apologizing once more.
yeah, honestly, if they hadn't
Spiel ihn ein
swept
bisschen
that,
langsamer,
that might have
so
still
mit
gotten to the house
20.
and then just
Und
been a biter.
wichtig ist, er darf
and
ja
then
hier
that
ein
would
bisschen
have.
rumrollen.
Well,
that would have just been
Und
an
wenn er
open
irgendwo
draw.
hier ist,
That's
pass
one
auf,
thing
bitte,
that Timo didn't want to leave, was just a full-on draw. So
Are the Rangers going to
Klar,
Ja.
könnte ich auch den Draw spielen, aber
not
dann
beat
komplett
the Team Verreycken, but are they going to avoid
They're
Team
going-
Verreycken to be the
going to
all-winners team here?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that would be historical result looking back for all these matches, and they've given Team Verreycken a tough game. I mean,
Yeah.
Team Verreycken, they also had to play for this result. It's not like
it's not a walkover.
No.
No
very
easy
strong opponent
ends.
here, the Rangers.
Leon with the final stone of the match. Just need to make sure this catches the red.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh, is this one on the outside?
Looks
Nope,
fine.
that's
Looks
gonna be
fine.
Okay, there it goes.
Point for the Rangers. We are tied. Handshakes there, and a great result for the Rangers. They finish strong in the league. They finish on the 3rd spot. N18 beat the Rangers, so they have the tiebreaker. But we have Team Verreycken #1 with 1 tie and all wins.
15 out of
Doch, ich hab im
no,
Auto gedacht, dass ich unentschieden haben will.
13 out of 14 points possible.
Yep. But yeah, I think I was impressed with the Rangers. On this result, we were both wrong, so no winners here. There was a tie, but I think the Rangers they're kind of proved their message, and they say we'll come back stronger. So make sure you put your A team on the ice.
Ich war mir letztendlich im 8.
And I feel good because nobody in the chat picked the tie either, so we're all #wrong.
That's true.
But very good matchup for this. You know, really good way to end the season for League A. No, it's not the end of the season for League A. We still have another matchup.
Yeah,
It's
it's a very important one. I think it's not over yet for Viry and for the Grey Ducks. Team Croissant will try and win their last game against the Housekeepers. But are the Ducks, are they going to stay in the pond, the A pond here, or will they just drown and have to go to League B? I'm dramatizing it a bit.
Did you just call Team Equipe Verno Team Croissant?
Team Croissant. Yeah, I was just watching my Croissant, so I had the French connection there in my head. So, well, we are Team Croissant, but I'm also a bit Team Ducks.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're gonna kind of. It's gonna be an interesting match.
Yeah.
Right now, it says that we've got the Cubs versus the Lugska as our next match, but we may flex that out to watch the other one. We're going to make a decision here in the meantime. That will be at 2 p.m. So watch. We'll make some updates when we know.
Yeah, watch our socials. This is where we update it as well. And Christoph saying, thanks for the broadcast, guys. Lovely as always. Thank you a lot. And we have one more stream for the league coming up.
In about hour and a half.
Yes.
So we got a little break. We're going to get some lunch. Thanks everybody who watched. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all those things. Thumbs up.
Yeah. By the way, before we actually close, maybe important for some people watching, because the Huskies and Dutch Kroppers, they are playing the relegation game so far, and there is an update. Huskies scored 3 points in the 7th end, so the score now is 8-7. 8-7. So Dutch Kroppers leading 8-7. They have the hammer, but the Huskies, they need to steal. They need to win basically. They need to steal by 2 to stay in the league. So we're going to watch that game, have a cup of coffee, and we'll see you guys in about an hour and a half.
Bye now.
Bye.